your seatbelt.
When you're training, have you ever thought of how many reps you do, whether you do the reps in a rapid manner or in a slow, deliberate manner? It has a lot to do with how quick you develop and how, because you know, it's not just the work that builds a muscle. What builds your muscle is the concentration of work. Otherwise, the best built men in the world be guys loading trucks all day. It's not work, it's the concentration of work. Now say when you're curling, say, just take an exercise like curling. So we learn all this from experience, you know. This is something that you guys don't have the time. I've been doing this over 50 years. You guys aren't going to spend 50 years trying to get a body. But I've been doing this over 50 years ago. So the point is, when you're training, just think about the intensity. What makes training different than work? You could take a 5-pound dumbbell, and if you curl enough times, you're going to get tired, but you're not working the muscle, you're tiring the muscle. Now there's a difference in working the muscle and tiring the muscle. You're not going to build a muscle tiring it, you build a muscle working it. Now the point I'm trying to get across to you, you got to understand this. When I talk about the speed of your repetitions, say you got a 100-pound barbell, let's think about that, and you're curling it. Say in the 10 seconds or 5 seconds it takes you to do that, you do 8 reps. Say if you're able to do 12 reps in that same period of time, you have subjected your muscle to 1,200 pounds of work in 8 seconds, other than 800 pounds of work in 8 seconds. What do you think happens? You shock the muscle into growth. So a lot of guys you see at 1, 2, you're not going to build no real huge muscles doing that because you're not shocking it. You may be strengthening it, but you're not shocking it. And what makes the muscle grow is shocking it. The more work you can concentrate in the shortest period of time, the bigger and faster you grow. That's why we blew up like balloons if we were training, because we train like that. And we train like that instinctively. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but you can't act be crazy, you gotta have some form with that. But not 1, 2, 3. And the guys that train that way were nowhere near as big as we were. Because you think of it, concentration of work in the shortest period of time is what shocked the muscles into growth. And that's what a lot of guys, you know, it's that instinct. The guys that have that instinct and that feeling, the ones that grow. The ones that walking around looking for somebody to direct them, they don't do it. You got to get that feeling. And if you do you'll develop doing the curls 1, 2, but you won't get that huge muscle size. The muscles won't be shocked into growing because you see, the body gives you what you demand of it. When you do 12 reps, but when you subject the muscles of, say, 1,200 pounds of work in 8 seconds, your body tries to compensate for that. If you do 800 pounds in 8 seconds, your body compensates. The body compensates what you demand of it. And remember, keep in mind that you build by shocking the muscles into growth, not by just working the muscle. Back in my day, we used to call it the super speed technique. And it's really basic. And the super speed technique simply means that you do the maximum amount of repetitions in the shortest period of time to maximize growth. That is the key to the super speed technique. The maximum amount of work in the minimum amount of time. And the growth is so much more dramatic than the people that do the slow, deliberate way of doing it. If you want to get that muscle to respond and grow, remember, use the super speed technique. And that is the maximum amount. That means do not hesitate at any point. If you're doing the curls, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, that's it. But it must be done correctly. If you do that, you really benefit from the super speed technique.